That is so
Uh,
that's funny.
every day is Friday. But today for people who count the actual days of the week, then it is Tuesday, and today's title is "Tell the Universe What You Want, Then Get the Hell Out of the Way." It's a title that hit us right in the face, and yeah, sometimes when even after we listen to the title or we go through it thing, we'll listen to it. We'll talk about it more, and we want to deep dive into this about why it's important for you to get you out of your own way. So,
Hmm.
El, what to you? What does that mean for what you've learned so far?
Oh my gosh! Actually, it hit me today
Yes.
because I got frantic. A decision I made. How do I say this? Okay, let me pace it because there's so many things that are hitting me.
Yeah.
It's it's being so clear in what you want, and after you make that decision, just get out of the way. Like once I made a decision for this one thing in my life,
Mhm.
it felt
Mhm.
good in the moment because we're
Mhm.
learning don't be lukewarm, be hot or cold. So I
Mhm.
made the decision. And then today it hit me. It's like, oh my God, how is that actually going to happen?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then you're like, fuck, how is it going to happen? And then a couple hours later, you had sent the proposed title. And I said, oh my God, yes.
Yes.
When you reach that frantic state, it's such a nice realization that that's you, your human side, trying to figure out the middle ground and how it's going to actually happen. It's not our
Yes.
job. It's not
Yes.
our place.
Absolutely. And the reason, El, so well said. And the reason that we do it is because we have practiced the assumptions of people around us for so long that it's become our new default state. And we're consciously getting back to the original, most beneficial state, which is you're only supposed to tell the universe what you want. Get clarity on that because it's good to know what you want.
Hmm.
And don't even force that. If you're not sure what you want, relax and then it will come to you because there is an answer for everything. But once you know what you want, you know how you go, oh my God, I know just what I want. Okay, now you know that. What's the next step?
So
Get
do
the
you
hell out of the way.
so do you feel that we hold that often because we have to physically understand how it's going to manifest? So is that a
Oh
state
my
that we
God,
find
yes.
ourselves in? Yeah, okay.
I'm going to just say yes, yes, yes with everything. We have been so used to either having to know how it's going to get to us in order for us to relax, but now only helps for a little bit. And then after we have to know how, then we have to be the ones to actually do it because no one can do it right. If it's going to get done, then I'm going to be the one to do it. Therefore, that belief makes it true. If it's going to be
Mm.
getting done, then you're going to be the one to do it. And so many times I used to say, if ever once I'm done right, I'm just going to do it myself. And no
And
matter
then you realize that you're the one that putting all that responsibility on yourself.
you did it all on yourself because you believe that that's the only way it's going to get done, and the universe supports whatever you believe.
That's so true. No matter which way your belief system is, it's true.
Yes, yes. And I heard something from Abraham Hicks, and I have to say this before I forget. She said, how beautiful is it when your desire is aligned with your belief in your desire at the same time? Instead of there usually being a delay between your desire and bringing your beliefs up to a belief that is actually already done.
I
Bridging
love
the gap, as they say. There's a gap. This is what I want. This is where I believe. What if you wanted it at the same time you believed it? Instant manifestation.
that's so funny because in one of the things that you and I were in, and for opportunity for an income, and so with this high payout that
Mm-hmm.
we were in the middle of receiving $10,000. We'll put a number so you can actually. So what happened was in the middle of that, things started becoming dismantled, so to speak. But you have to realize we're a vibrational world. So if you get caught up in it dissolving, you're missing out on the elements of where you
Yes.
were supposed to clutch onto. So I'll make this clear. So the $10,000 opportunity was it's physical manifestation. And so Mike and I could actually see it. $10,000 each coming in. Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, from that $10,000 stemmed our imagination, seeing vacation, seeing the vehicle, but we
Yes.
would never have gotten there. I shouldn't say never, at the place we were in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you.
And so that's where it was. And guys, all we're saying is don't get caught up in the physical world of things dissolving in front of you. That's not where it is. That's the illusion. We're vibrational beings. What it stemmed was your ability to
Yes.
imagine more because that's the reality anyway. And so,
Wow. Oh my
so
God, I love it.
so since your imagination is the reality, the universe brought in something physical to help fuel our imagination.
Absolutely. Oh, everybody, there's nothing more for me to say because Elle just channeling it said it the best way. It's just amazing. Yes, yes, and yes.
Yeah, and so
Take it
us
for what it is.
take
Take
it
it for
for
what
what it
it
was.
is, which is the excitement that we went out to that gray unlimited vibrational area,
Yes,
and once we got out there, we let go of the manifestation of that specific thing needing to be the reason we stayed excited. And because of that, things are turning around where that number is actually minuscule
yes.
compared
We
to it.
surpassed that
We
number. Yes,
surpassed that number because we stopped thinking about that, because that was actually a limit if you looked at the physical manifestation of just the 10,000. That's a
yes,
limit.
yes. And like we had talked about yesterday, it was a jet that allowed us to step into as passengers. Once we were inside, we were
Yes.
soaring. And then, like we said, it's dissolving. But you don't put your parachute on and get frantic and jump.
Yeah.
You have the ability to stay in the air.
Yes.
And we did such a great job.
Yes, we
We did
did.
such a great job.
Stayed in the air, stayed focused on the reality of our vibration and not the reality of the physical, which is nothing more than just the past. It doesn't matter. The physical is the past, the vibration is the present. Physical is the past, vibration is the present.
Yes,
Keep that energy, and you are a radio tower. You're a beacon. You're always center energy. That's the only thing the universe pays attention to. It doesn't care about what you say verbally, it doesn't care what you see with your eyes. It only cares the energy. So if you ever want to think of something, think of it like this. If you are pissed off and everyone's vouching for you to be mad, or let's say you're angry, or anything that doesn't that you know is in a very positive mode, imagine if you were a tower and you were attracting whatever you were giving out. Would the energy you're giving mad at your boss, the energy you mad at your sister, your brother, or that energy from something that just happened, would that be the one that brings you your highest desire? Would that energy you're giving right now be the one that's bringing it back? By the way, am I bringing a little noise to it? I don't know if I'm bringing noise
mm-mm.
to it.
No,
Okay,
I will
perfect.
tell you. No, no.
Okay, so with that said, think about your frequency at all times. It
Mm.
seems irresponsible sometimes to people who are getting new to this, but it won't once you understand. You will get over being mad at someone so quickly when you realize that that energy being mad is cutting you off from everything you desire.
Very true. So true, Mike. And if I'm a visual person, so I love offering visualization for people who are as well. When you see contrast and contrast and you meet, you can liken it to a plane or a jet that has landed for you to get on.
Yes, yes,
And you are the contributor as to whether you take off, that jet takes off, or whether you stay grounded.
yes,
You'll
yes,
rise with the contrast that has landed in front of you, had opened its doors for you to be a passenger. Do you want to
yes.
get in and take flight, or would you like to stay on the ground?
There, it's your choice.
It's your
Well,
choice.
I love that analogy. I really do. Yeah, I
Yes.
really love that. That is amazing. It is so true. Sometimes I just close my eyes, you see me just feeling the emotion of just what it is because it's so powerful. And when you ride a wave, ride that shit till the cows come home. Be
Mm.
happy. And it's so funny because one thing I think our family did by default, and I guess we did since we're younger, is we actually will find something funny and we'll talk about it over and over again. And we'll just like, oh my God. And there's a few people that I took that trait with us more than I realized, a family trait. And I'll be somewhere out somewhere and they like, dude, you are cracking up still, telling the same story over and over again.
Uh-huh.
And I realized that's actually beautiful.
Yes.
Keep, because I'm taking that energy with this and I'm bringing it with me. And it's the emotion and mood that creates the next moment anyway.
Well, how often do we take memories that don't serve us and we do and we replay it?
Yes.
We do that
Yes.
quite frequently,
All the time.
all the time, and we get an audience and we get someone to engage with us, and we keep telling that
100%.
story over and over and
Over
over.
and over again. Over and over again. Every time.
Hmm.
Um, it's so awesome to hear you, to hear us recognizing it. But I just learned that as you understand, if I were to say anything, what would be the first key besides knowing what the universe does is understanding why it's important to stay happy. When I didn't understand why mood runs everything, I had the lip service. I knew what it meant. I know what it meant. I knew the answer, but I didn't understand why that answer was so important. When you learn and understand why it's important to stay happy, now you have the keys.
Can you
Because
share that with
now,
us? Like
yes,
your reason.
and okay, so I know the answer is to stay happy. Okay, stay happy, but let's take for example some food or something. I love food, so let's say I want to go to this favorite restaurant and it didn't work out. um get happy, well, when I went there, or we couldn't go there or something like that because food means so much to me, someone else be like whatever. But the point being, when I didn't get what I wanted, I would be like mad and pissed because I know the answer is to be happy. But then with our family growing and learning, why would it be important for me to get off that topic of not getting exactly what I wanted that moment physically? Because I'm sending out a mood and I'm an energy frequency. And now I understand that negative energy is going to pull likeness of its kind into my life. I'll trip. Someone else will tell me, oh, sorry, this bill came in. Oh, sorry to tell you that that thing that you ordered got canceled.
Hmm.
Oh, and I just noticed small things that could turn into more and more bigger things if I stay there. And so guess what happens? We're so powerful, you start reacting to those things. First, my restaurant that canceled. Next thing you know, I tripped and then my freaking foot hurts. Oh, great. Why wouldn't the mail not come in? Why wouldn't the mail come with another bill that I completely forgot about? And you think for some reason that that would have happened anyway, but it
Hmm.
wouldn't have.
Hmm. So you were liking it, and I love that analogy. Is that is a frequency? If
It's a
anything, you're
frequency.
tuning in to a certain frequency. Just change the
Absolutely.
dial.
Change the dial. Change the dial. And that is something that when I understood why those things were happening, it made me be more responsible to get off of a negative feeling while not putting myself down that I had it. Okay, I was pissed. Get over it. Why? Because if I stay here, likeness of it's going to keep coming in towards me.
Hmm.
Okay, distraction, movie, radio, songs, video games, go for a walk. Oh, what's something else exciting that's coming in? Do you remember you just got your favorite thing just came in the mail the other day? Before you know it, you're changing that frequency. And now you're back to before the momentum of the other stuff really taking effect. You're right back to where you were before. Guess what? The restaurant called back. We were sorry. Guess what? We do have some space for you. But you may think that that would have happened anyway. No, it wouldn't have.
Hmm.
And you need to understand that it would not have happened whether you were happy or sad. It only happened because you were happy.
You change your frequency.
Yes,
You
do
dial it
not
elsewhere.
say it would have happened either way.
Hmm.
No, it would not have. It
Hmm.
only happened because you're happy. And that's understanding. That's the difference between understanding and that.
So true. And the things that might list it, like going out for a walk, playing video games, hanging out with friends, those are ways of getting out of the way for it to come in. It's just like
Yes.
in anything, in the middle of chaos, the answer can't find you. You're literally going like
Yes.
this, and the answer's like,
Yes.
dude, I'm trying to get in, but you're punching me every, you know? So the moment that you relax or find a way to just tune it out,
Yes.
it just gently just slides right in. But
Absolutely.
we have to practice. As we continue practicing, it gets easier. It gets easier to allow it to get easier. But as you practice, the answers are truly in the silence. Give it a try before you sit there and
Absolutely.
say that's not true.
It's not
How
going to cost you
often?
anything.
It's not going to cost you anything but peace. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Nothing
It's
but
nothing
peace.
but peace. Abraham Hicks said something was really cool. She said, do you have to tell water to flow down a river? Or does water just flow down a river? Do you have to take the momentum and say, water, this is the easiest way to go? Go that way. No, it just naturally is going to flow. So with momentum, you don't have to teach yourself momentum. It's a natural state. So there's no effort involved in momentum. It's just attention. Put your attention over there. The momentum is the responsibility of the universe. Your responsibility is to aim the attention where you want and let momentum take its natural course.
I like that. It's not something, even that could be turned into action.
Yes, momentum. I'm gonna change this, and you put a,
What a
you know,
podcast.
you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna sit there and be like, "Oh man, I gotta change my momentum towards there." No, distract yourself. Put your attention over here, and momentum will naturally take over. You don't even have to build momentum. You can't.
Exactly.
The universe even builds momentum. The only thing you can do is focus on something else and let the momentum take care of it for you. Because if you're
It's
trying to build
so true.
momentum, that's effort too.
It's so true, Mike. And the only thing like I really want to add and stress about that is, again, you can put your hand up and say it doesn't work. And if you find yourself doing that, ask yourself, how often have you tried? When was the last time you have tried
Or allowed.
or allowed it? Right. And so again, before you put your paws or your hand up to stop it, give it a try. Give it a
Yes.
try. And we
Yes.
promise you're going to be so in love with the results that you're going to practice it
Absolutely.
again
And
and
again.
again and again.
Yes, yes, yes. It's so and since the title of this is about getting the hell out of the way, I want to say this to you too because this is something to all of us, and I'm speaking to myself when I say this. Your job is not to cheapen your desires to what you want in life. Your desire, you never give up on a desire or downplay it and say, "Well, I'm fine whether it works out or not. It doesn't matter to me." That's not positive. What you're saying is, if you truly believe all things are possible, never take something that you really want and say it doesn't matter or you don't want it anymore. Because the truth is, yes, you do. Because if I took it and gave it to you right there, guess what? You'd be running around screaming, which means you do want it, but you just can't figure out, which you can anyway, how it's going to happen. You can't figure
Exactly.
out how. You
we
can't
we
figure out how
lit-
it's going to happen.
you and I are really literally saying that this morning, where we were laughing about a decision I had made, and you're like, well, at least you have this as an option. I was like, oh, how I don't. Like, we're not entertaining that option.
And she said it to me right away. I said, "Well, at least you," and and that actually was one of the things I was referring to because I love how Elle called me. She's like, "No, that's not an option to me. Because that's cheapening the desire. That's saying, and I'm the one guilty of one of those things, and I'm love even like thank you, Ellie. It was like I was like, she's right by saying, oh, just in case, no, this is what I want, therefore it's done.
Yes, God,
That's
and
it.
it's true. And again, it's like, well, okay, for something small, here's something that is air quotes big. But when you keep practicing this more and more, everything's
Mm-hmm.
even, so there's no big or small. But for an example, you might feel this is big for my house that I own. And if you ever read the book, They Made Me Do It, I shared about the foreclosure process and my experience going with it. But I did not choose to lose that home despite whatever was happening, to the extent that my attorney said, look, I don't see how this is going to work out. You can just short sell your home. And I suggest an option, making a plan B. I said, I don't make plan Bs. I said, this one's going to work. She's like, so you got to think about your children and this and that. And I said, I don't make plan Bs and scenarios. I made a decision.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Had the home as an investment property, being taken care of. It's more than
It's
you could ever have
absolutely.
imagined.
And that took a lot of knowledge, strength to do that step because people want you to cheapen your desires and dreams. Well, and most people say, well, she is a real estate agent. Oh, that is a doctor. They know better. People want to look at all the stuff they've been taught. They don't know anything over your infinite imagination and your dreams and your universe.
And
And
you're knowing. And you're
yes,
knowing.
and you're
You
knowing,
know,
and
because you could take someone that, Mikey said, sometimes we can also get caught up in people's credentials. An attorney is telling me I better
oh
let go. I had an
yeah,
attorney who was in this for years, actually, probably a couple of them, were telling me that this isn't going to work out. You have to be so grounded in your knowing that their credentials that they physically got from a human experience have nothing over
nothing to
your
do.
spiritual confidence and your ability. Have
Absolutely
nothing,
nothing on it. And
because I
and
had that house.
and Elle has the house. She called everyone up and went, nah, 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 nah. Who's right now?
No,
I know you did.
no,
I
but
would have been
it's
tempted to. I'm not trying to say, who got the house,
yeah, right.
bitch?
It's beautiful for even them
To
to
experience and take
to
the right message.
experience. Yes, yes. Because I'm sure she's being playful, but she ended up asking, I think you're a witch. And she's being playful, you know, I'm sure. But
Right.
it's but it's
Because of the way it
beautiful
worked out. She told
because
me
of the
like she
way it
never saw.
worked out.
I didn't know she said that
Because
thing. Did she really say that?
hmm yeah,
That's so
she was being
awesome.
playful.
Oh, even that's a compliment to shoot. People used to say, Mike, I think you're on steroids. And I'd be like, thank you. Because when you're not, it's like, wow, there's people who take steroids to look the way I do. So thank you.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's the
It is
biggest
a
compliment
compliment.
ever.
It is a
Yeah, I love
compliment.
it.
So
But oh
guys,
my God,
okay.
time. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know. I was just looking at that. This is really, really good. A reminder for
It
ourselves,
is.
as always, for a co-creative experience. Mike, thank you for that title.
You're welcome.
Ooh, I
I
can't
know.
know. How perfect.
These candles are amazing. Elle, it was my pleasure. It was fun channeling the title for it. As always, we have so much, such a blast. Time flies for us so much, so quick. And just listen over what we did. Practice the art of allowing. Practice getting out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you on Friday.
Yep. All right, Mike.
Sounds good. Let's do it, Ellie.
Catch you later.
Oh, catch you later, Ellie. See ya.
See ya.
All right, bye bye.